Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're very controversial.
I don't know why.
Well,
I don't know why I'm lovely.
Are you a troll?
Of course.
What is trolling? How do you look at it?
So I like to think of myself as a virtuous troll. You know, I'm doing God's work.
Let's be clear about what's happening here. This is a cynical media witch hunt from people who do not care about children. They care about destroying me and my career, and by extension, my allies. They know that although I made some outrageous statements, I've never actually done anything wrong.
I have been uninvited from CPAC, which I'm disappointed with. The statement from CPAC said that there was a video in which I defended pedophilia. That simply isn't true. I didn't. It was not my intention. It wasn't what the words that I used meant. The press seems determined to label the alt-right this misogynist, hateful, racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic movement, and yet at the same time tries to crown, you know, a gay Jew who never shuts up about his black boyfriends as the leader of it. Something isn't quite right here.
Are you the alt-right? And what is the alt-right?
No, I mean, I've never identified as the alt-right. The press seems determined to crown me the queen of it. All I've done is give them a fair hearing in the press.
I don't believe that anybody is so dumb that they can't tell the difference between a piece of political analysis and a joke.
If I'm occasionally mean, it's normally because they deserve it.
Women know that feminists say one thing and do another. Women know that the primary purpose of feminism these days isn't to promote equality, it is to beat down on men. So you've lost. Do you believe for a second that a prominent Hollywood actress sits at home crying on their iPhone surrounded by guilt and marble and millions of dollars because somebody said mean things on the internet? I don't believe that any more than you do. But she was deployed to complain about bad words on the internet. Liberals are freaking out about Donald Trump. They are freaking out about, yes, there we go. Daddy, they can't handle it. They don't like it. He's president, and what can they do about it? I think actually America's had enough of nice manners. If my rudeness creates conversation, my rudeness provokes people into, first of all, saying, oh, what a monster, blah, 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 and then 20% of people start talking about what I was actually saying, I will consider my career to have been a terrific success.
That this character, Milo, is not the golden boy anymore. He was the one, I believe, he coined the phrase, God Emperor Trump. And he drools after Trump as if that's his, you know, he wants Trump to be his boyfriend, husband, or whatever. And I really don't have an issue with him. I really think he should be pushed in the media because he is the perfect representation for the fake Republican Party. And I don't know why they want to bury him now. I mean, before he was, you know, the face of their party. I mean, he basically made everything disappear about what everyone says about this fake party. And I call it a fake party because Democrat, Republican, what's the difference? One group of white people want power over the other group of white people. Silly. But he was the poster boy for, okay, he's gay, he's conservative, he likes to have black dick in his mouth. So, the party is not racist, the party is not homophobic, so that's what he was there for. But they just didn't count on just how perverted he was, and I do believe that it's a good representation of these people. They try and pretend like they believe in the Bible, and they try and pretend like they are so moral. He is the face of the Republican Party as far as I'm concerned. They like to be racist towards people, discriminate against people. It doesn't matter and they try and say, gay is a minority. What does that matter? What does him, liking penises instead of vaginas have to do with racism or, his bigoted prejudice beliefs? Nothing. What did the slave master like getting on black women and even black men more than they wanted to touch their own wives have to do with, them being a terrorist of black people? Same thing. He was their hero. He was on the edge and everyone liked him, and he had, he was gay. So he covered all the gays. He can shut up all the gays, about the party not liking them. He had black penis in his mouth between interviews. So no, we're not racist. But now he starts talking about pedophilia, and it's not mainstream yet. And he's basically gone too far, They haven't gotten to that level yet. They will. It's something that is kept hidden for now. But they will be pushing for that. They are going to lower the age year by year, and they will continue to traffic children until they can get to the age that they want. I don't understand the backlash against him. Why can't he freely say what he feels? I thought this was a country of free speech, because nobody had anything to say when he was tearing into Leslie Jones. This was the same racist son of a bitch who was talking about Leslie Jones, calling her a monkey, and there were even pictures by his minions of the woman, I forget her name. She was hung and the baby was cut out of her. It was disgusting and demented and evil and wicked what happened with Leslie Jones. And he spearheaded it. And he said that she deserved. Why did she deserve it? Like, what did she do to him? What did she ever say? What was the problem, except that she has extremely dark skin? And he thought it was okay for someone to make these slave references and animal references, and he joined in on it. But he, would be the first to cry about, not having equal rights because he's gay. And, it's so, to try and get into the mind of a sick, demented creature like this, you would lose your mind trying to, understand a portion of what goes through theirs. But yeah, everybody was mad because Twitter kicked him off and canceled his account when he was, terrorizing Leslie Jones, and his minions were doing it too. And everybody was up in arms and mad. He spoke at CPAC. He was, that guy. And oh my goodness, he has went a step too far. I'm sure had he said something about bestiality, he would have been invited to the CPAC. It's just that they've gone to bestiality now, and they haven't quite made that leap to pedophilia just yet. And it's so ironic because this is something that I told my sister. I said, once the whole, LBGTQXYZ movement is done, they're going to start opening up a can of worms, and a lot of stuff is going to start spilling out. And I said pedophilia is going to be one on the list. I just didn't expect it to happen so soon, but he put it out there. But I do think that they are treating him unfairly, seeing how he can say terroristic, racist, disgusting remarks to Leslie and everybody is defending him. But when he says something that is a bit taboo, as in pedophilia, as if it's not running rampant within the Christian Catholic Church, as if this is not going on across the world already, then everybody wants to shut him down and shut him up, and he's not the face anymore. But I continue to view him as the crazy ass, conservative, psychotic creature, demented devil that he is, that just likes to, swallow black dick, and he likes to be racist while doing it. And now he is moving on to another part of his lust, which is probably for little children. And I'm sure he knows a lot of conservative who likes little children too. But I'll leave it here. I'll leave the article in the description box. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.